Okay, good morning students. And in this session, we will start the another new chapter in the first unit, reproduction. So that is the reproductive health. So in the previous sessions, explained in the previous chapter, we discussed about the human reproduction. So what are the structures involved in the reproductive system and how it functions and what are the major events takes place in the human reproduction. And here in this chapter we are discussing about the reproductive health. So you know that what is the reproductive health? So generally we can say that when the reproductive organs are functions in a proper manner, so in that case we are saying that it is a reproductive healthy life. And according to the WHO, so that means World Health Organization, what it states that. So what is meant by reproductive health according to the WHO? So it is a state of well-being in all aspects. State of well-being in all aspects. So here all aspects refers to that. So what are all aspects here? What we are considering, whether we have to say it is a reproductive healthy organism or healthy individual, means here one is social, physical, emotional and behavior. If a person is well-being in all these aspects, so that it's social, in the social how the person is balancing or how he is behaving, how he is surviving, so whether it is healthy or unhealthy, and physical, that means that in case of the reproductive health we can mention here the functioning of the reproductive organs. If they are okay, so then we can say that they are reproductively healthy person. So that is the physical aspect. That means all the reproductive organs are functioning normally. Then emotional. So it is a state of mental. That means a mental state of the person. So how he behaves. So these are all aspects. In all these aspects, if an individual is well-being, then he is said to be that the reproductively healthy individual. And here in this chapter mainly first we will discuss about the what are the programs and what are the problems arised and what are the strategies, how it can be prevented and what are the diseases like STDs and all. So how it will be treated and all these aspects we will study under this chapter. So in this, before going to this all methods and treatments, so just here we will discuss a few things about reproductive health. And our India is one of the few most countries which enhanced or which promotes the reproductively healthy society by providing such programs, by inaugurating such programs like in 1951 was the first program which is related to the reproductively healthy society. So what is that program is family planning program. Family planning program. So it was started in 1951. So due to that, so the government provides awareness regarding to the small families and all, and about the health conditions regarding to reproduction. All these aspects are under the family planning program. And here later on, after few years, it was changed to the family planning program was changed to another program which is an effective and nowadays also it is going to be followed, and that is RCH. So what is RCH? Means reproductive and child health care program. RCH. So the same program, that is family planning program, by adding some more objectives to this program, and it was changed to RCH, reproductive and child health care program. So under this program the government provides, so not only for the adolescents or not only for the adults, but including child health is also. So they are taking care about the child care and entire society in the state of reproductive health manner. And here the some problems arise, so which are regarding to the reproductive health. So that means the society which affected by the reproductive abnormalities or so any other problems which are arise. So what are the major important problems which arise the reproductive health problems? So here we will discuss few problems. Problems related to reproductive health. Out of this, the first problem is lack of awareness. Lack of awareness. So generally we know that the lack of awareness regarding to the reproduction and its functioning, what are the organs, the knowledge about the reproductive organs. So it is just the people, they doesn't know what is the reproduction and what are the organs involved in, how its function, and this lack, due to the lack of awareness, and the people may affected these problems related to reproductive health, and that is the major problem, lack of awareness. And the second one is increase in population. Increase in population. So due to the overpopulation, so especially our India also causing this or affecting this increase in population. How it's affected? When there is an increase in the population, the rapid increase in the population, so automatically the basic requirements will goes down, and as the population are going to be increased, the programs which were given by the government is also be not in quality. And another important problem is here, the individuals may affect morely related to reproduction. So when the population increases, these all problems which are related to this population, that is basic requirements or another, even including the jobs, so or food, other, all in other aspects, the population, overpopulation causes so many problems which are related to the reproductive health. And another important problem in this is myths and misconceptions. So what are the myths and misconceptions? Means here, and we know that there are so many myths and misconceptions related to the reproduction, and the people doesn't want to know about this. So just they kept hidden those things which are related to reproduction, and they don't like to expose those things or to discuss in a open or with friends or with relatives or with parents. So they doesn't want to know about this, and reason is there are so many myths, and nowadays also there are so many myths and misconceptions are arised, especially in the countries like India and other countries which are related to reproductive health. So especially reproduction. The person must know about the reproductive organs and how it functions. So that's why they can save their lives from these problems which are arised in the reproductive health. So that is the one reason. But here, due to myths and misconceptions, the persons, and even nowadays also, the persons doesn't want to discuss about these things in a society. And the fourth one is here, menstrual cycle or menstruation. So why I am mentioning it is in the problems means here, the even nowadays also so many in so many areas of our country, so the menstruation is a like abnormal thing. So they just created such a opinion about this menstruation. So because the girl who are in this period menstruation, so she does not want to touch the things, or not attending the functions, or not entering into the temples, or even in the houses also. So they created such a thing. Oh, menstruation means it is just like a abnormal function or abnormal thing, and so they created such opinion in the society. So due to that, the girl who are in this period, so they just like disappointed or upset. So it is like abnormal thing or but menstruation is a normal process by which, and it is almost, people knows that the menstruation is a normal process in the, see just like it is like other functions like digestion or like respiration. It is also one normal function which is held by the which is enhanced by the reproductive organs. And such a thing, such a misconception has created, misopinion is, bad opinion is was created in the society due to that. So the girls are lack of awareness about this menstruation or other reproductive organs and all. So that also became a problem which the girl mainly affected these reproductive health problems. And another important problem here it is STDs, means sexually transmitted diseases. So it is again due to the lack of awareness regarding to the sex or regarding to the reproductive organs and all. So again the persons affected mainly by the sexually transmitted diseases. So here due to this there are so many sexually transmitted diseases are there. So these in main cases this is done by mainly of the lack of awareness. People are lack of awareness in the STDs. So they don't know what are the STDs and what are the diseases and how it is transmitted from person to person. So these are knowledge related to STDs. So they are due to the lack of awareness related to this, the individual may affect the reproductive health. So these are the problems which generally arise in the society. So especially the countries like India, and when we come to that, these problems, so before going to that, facing those problems, it is better to aware of those problems and it is better to take care of. So generally we know that slogan is there, prevention is better than cure. It is always true. So prevention is better than cure. So it is always true because the prevention, when after getting the disease or any disorder, if we are going to further treatment and all painful aspects, but it is better to prevent itself before we attacked by that disease or disorder. So we must take care of prevention, especially in this situation. So we know that how pandemic situation we are facing. So in these situations, So it is better to take the preventive measures, so which avoid that causing any disease or disorder. So here the main thing is people must be the aware of those things, so those health problems or those aspects which are related to this reproductive health, and it is not at all the wrong thing to know about these reproductive organs functioning and their diseases, disorders. So it is not at all a wrong thing, but every individual, those especially those who are in the reproductive age, so that means from the puberty, those who are calling adolescents and all, so they must aware of these things. And now we will just discuss the strategies. So strategies means to overcome from these problems, what are the plannings we have to take care and what are the programs we have to take care of. So now we will discuss the strategies. Among these, the strategies is the first one is the awareness among the people. To create, we have to create such awareness. So awareness to people. So not only so it is, we should not see it is just like a subject to those who are studying the science students and all, but it is the known fact every individual must know about this reproductive health. So when we are seeing it is a subject and it is a question to answer and we are following, so we cannot apply these things into our normal life. So the main objective why this chapter included in the school education, so especially from the 8th onwards or 10th onwards, means here every individual must aware of these reproductive health problems. And among that, the first strategy is awareness to people. So the people must aware of this. The main thing is the small families, having small families. That is the one awareness we have to create among the people. So those who are having the small families, and of course nowadays the government also providing some incentives, those who are having small families, they are just encouraging that. So due to that we can at least decrease the population rate. And another one is awareness about myths and misconceptions. And still nowadays now also we are not we are not deleting these myths and misconceptions from the society, especially in our country. So that is they are rooted very strongly in our society, so that we cannot easily deleting these things from the society nowadays. But slowly it may happen, we can't say that. But the educated people, as the educated people number is increasing, so these myths and misconceptions are also going to be down. So it is just hope. And people, so those who are educated are well about this, and so by providing such incentives and all, so these myths and misconceptions has to be deleted from the society. Such awareness we have to create among the common people. And another aspect, another strategy where we have to give awareness to people is STDs. So how the sexually transmitted diseases occur and what are the preventive measures we have to take it to avoid these STDs or to prevent these STDs. So such awareness we have to create among the common people. So and another one is, already we discussed about this menstruation. So it is also very well known fact that the even nowadays also the girl who are in this period is treated as something abnormal, and so we have to create such awareness. It is not an abnormal thing, it is a normal process like other biological processes. So we have to be aware of this menstruation, and then they have to take care of themselves and all. Then during this period especially, so then the individual may healthy reproductively. So reproductively they are healthy. And another one is, another strategy is educate the people. Educate people about reproductive health. So in our India, the most of the government and non-government organizations like NGOs, they are working well to educate the people about reproductive health. So what these organizations has done means they just they conducted some committees or the meetings, and they will expose that. That means they will explain what are the things and what are the problems arise due to the sexually transmitted diseases or the myths and misconceptions about all these things. So just they will educate the people. So this is a one thing. And here these people, they also major role in this educate the people is audio visual media and print media, so like news channels and all. So they have to also participate in these things to educate the people by telecasting the programs which are related to reproductive health and all. So by watching that audio visual things or print media, the people may educate which are regarding to the reproductive health. So that means they will come to know what are the reality and what are the myths. So what are the misconceptions and what is the reality. So just they will understand the reality and practically they will come to know so what to do which is regarding to the reproductive health. So and another one is sex education in schools. Sex education in schools. So that means in the school curriculum, by providing this information related to the reproduction and reproductive health, along with these another biological processes like digestion, respiration and excretion. So all these things we are studying well. So without any uncomfortable. But when we come to the reproduction, so it is also just like other biological processes, reproduction is also, but here the people with discomfort or uncomfort to educate or to study related the things which are due to the reproductive health. So such awareness, such things has to be deleted from our society, and this sex education is also very important. Then only the individuals may take care of themselves and they come to know what are the functions and how to take care and how to see when we are coming to the digestion problems, we take care of ourselves before going to the doctor. Just we follow some tricks and all, just because we know very well about those things. And when we come to the problems related to the reproduction, so we must consult a doctor, and sometimes with the treatment they may cure, and sometimes they cannot do anything. So such problems, and it may lead to infertility also such individual. That means they cannot have children. So to prevent those things, the sex education in school curriculum must be included to educate the people. So then large number of students and individuals, they can educate with the reproductive health. So these are some to educate the people. These are some programs which were conducted by the government and non-government organizations. And another strategy is related to population. It is known as population explosion. So because rapidly the number of the population is increasing very rapidly, and how it is increasing and what are the measures we have to take to control the population. So here first we will discuss the reasons for population explosion. Among that, one thing is there is the health facilities, increase in health facilities. So earlier days there were no medicine, no proper treatment for so many diseases. So there so many lack of people are dying with a single. It is just like a pandemic. And nowadays, due to the increasing in the medicine, the development in medicine, and the medicines, new medicines are available, and treatments with high technology, the treatments are giving. So due to increase in the health facilities, the rate of growth in the population is also increased. And another thing is decrease in infant mortality rate. Means it is known as IMR, infant mortality rate. In mortality rate means it is a death, so causing in the newborn babies. So as soon as they born, they die. That is known as infant mortality rate. So in earlier days it was more because the deliveries mostly they are done at the home only. So there are so many issues arised, and the mortality rate was also increased. But nowadays each and every women are all individuals or all people, they just visited the hospitals for their deliveries and all. So by using those medicines and technologies, the infant mortality rate has gone down. So due to that, the population rate actually it increased. And another one is MMR, means maternal mortality rate. Maternal mortality rate. So this is also, especially the new mothers, they die as soon as they deliver the baby. So this also has gone decreased, and again here also the same reason. Due to increase in the health facilities, the MMR also has gone down. And another one is increase in birth rate. Birth rate. So just in the previous days, those the couples, those who are not having children, they don't know about the technologies by which they can be having the children. But nowadays there are so many technologies are available to have the children, even the infertile couple also. That means like a test tube baby or gift. So there are so many methods. Later on we will discuss those methods. By availing that methods and that technologies, the people, the couple, especially those who are not having the children, they can have the children. There are so many chances. By that, the birth rate is also increased. So these are the reasons why the population has rapidly increasing. When the population increasing, and now we have to awareness of the people to have the small size families or nuclear families. So such education must be given to the people having small families. So then, so actually there was one slogan, right? Like we do ours too. To encourage the small families, even the government is also providing the incentives, so such a way that the people have the one or two children. And this slogan, we to ours to, are in Hindi also, especially it is famous slogan in Hindi. I think hum do hamare do, right? Hum do hamare do. So such slogans, so they are widely spreading in the society, and by limiting the population. So it is not done in 1 or 2 years, but it may over a period of time, the gradually the population rate is decreasing. It is just hope. And due to these reasons, again they are rapidly increasing in the population by period of time. And another one is the people must know about the things which are related to new technologies or new methods So what are that is, one is contraceptives. So contraceptive method is a procedure by which it prevents the fertilization or pregnancy. So by following these contraceptives, the unwanted pregnancies or unwanted any disorders, so they just kept the control this population rate by following contraceptive methods. So there are so many contraceptive methods are there. So such a by following such contraceptive methods, so they can be population be kept under the control. And about these contraceptives, the people must be aware. And another one is marriageable age. Marriageable age must be increased to control the population or to control the reproductively health problems. So this marriageable age must be increased, and nowadays at the right now, according to these records, the girls marriageable age is 18 years and boys marriageable age is 21 years. So it is the official records where we get the information, and this increase in the marriageable age, then we can prevent these reproductively health problems in those couples. And these are the some strategies where we have to follow to control the reproductively health problems. And another important thing we have to discuss in this chapter is demography and census. Demography and census. So what is demography? Means it is a statistical study of human population. So statistically, that means in a particular data form. So we can study the human population. That means year wise and country wise what is the population, or state wise what is the population during such period. And this all statistical study of human population is known as demography. And it is just a graphical representation with regarding to the statistics. And what is census? It is a procedure of systematically collecting information about or information of human population. What is census? Means it is a procedure of systematically collecting information of human population. So here these census are conducted every 10 years. So conducted every 10 years. And the first census which was conducted in the year of 1871. In the year of 1871. So after every 10 years, like 1881, 1891, so like that, after every 10 years, the census is conducting. That means collecting the information about human population. And here in the 1900, in the year of 1900, here the world's population was world's population was 2 billions. 2 billions. And in the 2000, the world's population was 6 billions. This is the rate of increasing the population. And here from 2 to 6 it comes the 1900 to 2000. But so in the 2001, when the census has exactly calculated, so here the world's population was 7 billions. So such a rapidly increasing the population. And when we come to the Indian population, so in the India, the recently they were conducted in the 2011 they conducted census. This was the 15th census. 15th census which was conducted in the year of 2011. And here according to this the official records, so it was mentioned 1.2 billions. The Indian population was 1.2 billions. And here the most populated state in India, most populated state in India is Uttar Pradesh. It is about the 2011 records. So and now if they will conduct the another census, 16th census in 2021, these records may change. And least populated state in India is Sikkim. And there is one more important thing we have to know in this census is doubling time. Doubling time. Doubling time. See in the first census, so just what is doubling time I will tell you that by taking one example. See in the first census, if it was 100, so when it becomes doubles, see after 10 years or after 30 years or after 40 years, when it becomes double, that means when it becomes 200. To become 200, how many years it takes? So that is known as doubling time. Say for example, in the 2000, if it has 100, and in the 2007, if it's the become 200, so that means doubles. Then how many years? 2000 to 2007, it is 7 years. So here doubling time is 7 years. 7 years. So here in the Indian population, the doubling time when we are taking from the 2001 to 2011, sorry. In the 2001, it has 33 years. 33 years. But when they become the 2011, it is 30 years only. It takes 30 years of time only to double its census. So this is the doubling time. So no need to remember all these things. Just we have to remember what is doubling time. To become the double of the population. So that is known as doubling time. So this is a general information regarding to the population and problems and strategies. So in the next session we will discuss with the contraceptive methods and artificially reproductive technologies.